Hey, buddy, it's Invicta. Happy Sunday, Mosh Pit. Hope you had a fantastic start to your weekends and your brand new week here. Happy Super Bowl Sunday. 9 Kilo Sierra Delta, 3 Charlie Mike. Well, we got the Book of Revelations, Tech Point 5, good tiers, at least like right on the average of tiers. Good damage to start with. Shot speed's okay, and movement speed is not great, but you know what? Hypercoagulation, come on down. So hypercoagulation, what will happen is anytime we take damage, we will spawn a red heart, not a red soul heart. I don't know what that is. And it will just fly all over the place, and it's up to you to catch it. But it's very, very, very good if you happen to find, especially an early temperance machine or something like that. I have seen some good plays. I've done some good plays with hypercoagulation. It's the random hearts that just fly out at about Mach 12 that you can't get, the uncatchable hearts. Those are the ones that are annoying. By the way, I should mention that I'm sure that audio demon is going to be back yet, because I've been running the computer for a couple hours now. It has not happened. So it always happens once and only once. So if the sound goes crazy again, I promise you that that's the only time it will happen, but it has not happened yet. Now, you might be wondering how come, you see the heart right there. You might be wondering how come I'm not using the Book Revelations right now. It is because I don't want to get a horseman, but just simply having the book sometimes spawns a horseman anyway. Luckily, this time we didn't. So this is not a good arena for us. I have to cut up the middle earlier than I wanted to, and that's bad because we're going to start running into the creep. We did fake out the brimstone, though, and that's actually huge. Yeah, that was not bad at all. So we get a tiers upgrade. I am going to use the Book of Revelations now, and what a strong start. I'll take it. We got on last week's question of the episode here, coming in from Meister209, who said, question of the episode, why do you not like Dreamcatcher, but you never skip the in-between anyways? I don't like Dreamcatcher. I don't like the fact that you can't skip Dreamcatcher. There are rare times where I do skip the floor transition just because we're on a good subject, or it's been too soon for the ad breaks, and I don't want them to try to put one in between a conversation there. But not having the option to skip it is kind of annoying. Like, don't get me wrong, Dreamcatcher is still a good item. It still does everything that you wanted it to. It still gives you the soul heart. Excuse me a moment. Oh, Tech Point 5. I was begging you. It still gives you the soul heart. It gives you the item preview and all that stuff. It's good. This is purely from a YouTube side of things. I don't like not being able to skip it whenever I need to. It's especially annoying. Excuse me. It's especially annoying whenever there's an XL floor, or there's there's like a double room, or God forbid you're going to Void. Void is the biggest egregious one of them all. But that's the main reason why. It's just for the preview and for the half soul heart I'd get, it's not that big of a deal for me not to take it unless we absolutely truly needed it. Should you, if the question is should you always take Dreamcatcher? If you can afford it, yes. There's no reason not to. I'll take Varicose Veins here. I will take another Soul Heart. I still don't want to use the Book of Revelations right now. We don't really need the HP, and I also don't want to spawn the Horseman. It can still happen on floor 2 since we didn't get one on floor 1. But depending on what happens in this run, we may start using the Book of Revelations. You've seen me do that before with the Satanic Bible, where I don't necessarily want a devil deal from the boss, but the factor of not having to worry about your HP too much is usually better than the alternative, which is, okay, we get normal to every other floor. But if you have something like Void, or if you have something like the D6, then it's not a big deal, assuming you have the backpack or something like that. Old Dookie gets ripped apart by Tech Point 5, and we get a regular basic HP upgrade. And yeah, this is not a great devil deal, but I'm still going to take Purgatory. Let's say that. Wait. Oh, okay. I thought it said that we were already 1 of 3 for the Necromancer transformation. And I was like, no, we are not. Some people have been asking me about the Necromancer transformation. Are we ever going to see it? And the answer is I don't know. I could, of course, just spawn in the Necromancer transformation, which that's possible. We did it on Isaac Madness on a YouTube stream. I'm pretty sure that we've done it on a, open it once. Yeah, that's not bad. Open it again. Yeah, I was hoping we were going to get some keys here, but we did get a lot of money. I think going to the curse room is also fair as well. I think we also did it on a Twitch stream, but it's never occurred naturally. Get a free entry in here, so, and I just now realized that we haven't found the shop yet, so that's not great because we don't have a key. I did boost the game sounds a little bit, by the way. People were still saying that it was still a little bit low, so hopefully it's better. Everything sounds, that's the thing, is everything sounds fine on my end. When I listen to it through the monitor, and I'm not talking about the computer monitor, when I listen to it through the actual monitor in my headset, it doesn't sound, everything sounds fine to me. Shout out to Brendan Birschbach, who informed me that they have been seeing the videos pop up on the recommended tab a lot more lately, and that's good. That's good eats. I like knowing that kind of info. It helps out a lot. I know it helps me understand that everything is going in the right direction. And I'll be honest, it's been going so well lately. When Husky and I did a little bit of a weekend review on everything for the past week, and it is remarkable. It is honestly remarkable how much of an improvement it is across the board, and I don't say this lightly, but Husky straight up said that he's never seen a channel have a higher viewer retention rate than my channel currently does right now. We are currently, without oversharing, we are currently at a 60% retention rate, which is unbelievable. Prior to the testing, prior to the great changes that we've been doing, it was hovering around, I think, like 30% or something like that. It was something insanely low, and now it's been a total reversal. So, and I understand, change is change, but it's like I said it was maybe a couple days ago. I don't remember when the episode came out, but we are going to gradually start reintroducing the thumbnails and reintroducing the titles and the episode numbers I've been putting down. I'm probably not going to put the episode numbers in the title itself, but I'll definitely be doing it in the description, as you've been seeing. Slowly refining it. So the testing phase is almost up. We got about another week or so of testing, and then we'll have plenty of data. We've already gotten plenty of data what works. So, but I don't want to harp too much on the algorithm stuff anymore. I mean, I know some people are tired of hearing about it, but I like to be open. I like to be transparent with people. Whenever something inconveniences people on this platform, I want to explain it to everybody and come across to make sure that everyone understands why I do some things. And I don't want people to feel like their feedback or the criticisms or critiques are ignored. But just know that what we've been doing lately has been working extremely well, and I can't thank you enough for understanding and having the patience to let me do this stuff, because this is the first time I've really even tried to do a big sweeping change of the channel in a long time. And to do it on this magnitude and to have so many people understand and be like, hey, we get it. It's without changing the essence of the videos, without changing the way I do commentary, without changing the way I record stuff. It's all just to benefit the channel without, I hesitate there. What I was trying to do, I was trying to get out the door there before that shot hit. This room is designed for that to happen. You have to kill the host and then walk out as soon as you can. If you're wondering what that brownie fight was doing, by the way, when we were in the challenge room, I used the reverse Emperor card, so I didn't have to do the challenge room, which is a bad room anyway. But we have this regular Emperor card, which is going to be great. I'm hoping that we get a good tears rate upgrade or damage upgrade or something from Gertie, or just another HP upgrade. And yeah, I forgot to use Book of Revelations. That's all right. Now our trinket is the Devil's Crown, and that one will give us a that one will give us a shop and an item room in Shoal if we go that route, which we might. Yeah, I just want to say thank you, everybody. You know, I know that changes is kind of annoying sometimes, especially when you make it such a integral part of your day to watch these videos. But everything's been awesome. It's really, really, really remarkable how strong this channel is, and its strength is only built in because of you all out there watching these videos every day and interacting. And Husky said he's never seen anything like it. So just know the mosh pit, and it's something we've already known for years, but it just reaffirms, you know, just know that we are a very special place on this platform in this crazy world, and I'm very proud of you all and very thankful for you all. Very happy to have Papula Duplex here, as that is going to give us Spectral Tears. That goes great with Tech Point 5 and regular shots. I guess we're just doing this room again. The NASA worms. I'm not going to go into the vault here. Vaults are typically speaking a net loss. 4 keys, I might. Well, actually, we can bomb our way in there. I would say 2 keys are more important than 2 bombs. Even though it would put us down to 0, which you should never, ever, ever go down to 0. Don't go to 0 bombs without knowing for sure you don't need any more bombs for the rest of the floor. Because you never know what can be locked behind, like a single rock room. You know, you could get 2 bombs, you could get 2 soul hearts. There you go. Of course, we have to be very careful about the ever-present danger of Tech Point 5 using the Ipecac shot. You already saw it a couple times in this run, actually, with it proccing Explosivo. It's Steam sale, which is good. And I'm pretty sure we're not going to need bombs or anything else. So we're going to have to use a key to get into the item room, which is fine. We still... Now that is hard to believe. This is the most high percentage wall that we've seen on this run. So that means that the secret room is spawned in an ultra weird spot. What are these bombs? That is really surprising. I would have lost the entire house on that bet. I mean, this is a 90% percentage wall there for the secret room. I cannot believe that it's not there. Especially nestled between an item room and a vault. I almost want to go explore to see where this regular secret room actually is. But that's such an odd occurrence that it's not there. I don't know if we want the teardrop charm. I don't think it benefits us with the Tech Point 5. I'm worried about it. Basically what I'm worried about it proccing Ipecac too much and the other tier effects that are undesirable. It's gonna be Rag Mega. I'm holding on to the blank rune because maybe it's a reroll. Okay. Purgatory. Kind of missed the mark there, buddy. That was not the boss. And we failed a 77% chance with a deal with the devil. Okay, so now we're proper getting trolled here. Ooh. Oh, that was an Awaz. And that was a Hagalaz. So the game's going to make us wait till floor 5 to get the next devil deal. It definitely should have been on this one, but that's RNG, baby! Excuse me. Homeschooler 5858 says mayo is the proper way, though I use butter. Heck, that's why Portello's cake is so dang good they use it in the frosting. Dude, I'm telling you, people, every time I tell everyone mayo is the best way to make grilled cheese, people are like, ugh, ugh, you're weird. I'm telling you, man, just try it. Just humor me and try it, all right? Before you poo-poo on it, you know, before you downplay it as something weird and write it off, try it. I'm telling you, you cannot taste the difference. There is a 0% difference in taste. The bread toasts up golden brown, or however you want your grilled cheese. It cooks up evenly. It's easier to spread, unlike butter, which can sometimes lead to burnt ends on part of the toast, and then it's an uneven toast. Whereas mayo is super easy to spread with a knife. Just get a butter knife, spread it out as much as you want, put as much as you want on there. You don't even have to use a lot of it, just enough to coat the outside of the bread, and that's it. Toast whatever cheese you want. It doesn't even matter. You don't have to use white bread. Use any type of bread. Name your favorite bread and use it there. I promise you, you're gonna be like, okay, it's not weird. It's actually good. Your hands are less greasy, and it tastes. I don't know. It tastes better to me with mayo. I don't like, and there's nothing wrong with butter. All right, I'm just telling you that my preferred method is definitely the mayo method for making grilled cheeses. And I'll do you one better. I'll tell you what, because I've gotten so good at making the de-sizzle. I'm not good at making the de-sizzle. I'm saying it's because I've gotten so good at making banana bread. I'm gonna let you in on a secret. I don't use butter in banana bread either, brother. You know what I use? Mayo. I use mayo in my banana bread, and it's amazing. It's fluffy. It tastes great. There's no weird aftertaste. There's nothing, dude. It's just straight up mayo. I know it's hard to believe, but there's no butter involved in my banana bread, and everybody, including Mama Victa and Papa Victa, they both love my banana bread. It's so easy to make. It's stupid easy to make. All right, let's stop getting hit here. And trust me, I know it sounds weird. I am well aware that it sounds weird as hell, but I promise you, just try it. Just try it. There's many recipes that you can look up on YouTube for banana bread made with mayo, and it's worth it, man. It really is. Money equals power. I mean, we might as well take it. Yeah, let's go back and get that full charge there. What were you again? Oh yeah, the Book of Revelations. Well, we can either get a reroll or get another soul heart, and honestly, I'm gonna opt for the soul heart. Because what are the chances that we're going to get a good reroll out of one singular item room? We're leaving with a D6. That's just set that in stone right now. Actually, there's an extra soul heart over here. I just not realized that. Yoink. Okay, well, never mind. We're going to go back and go get the D-Sizzle, turn around, and waste more time to go get this full charge, and then reroll the Book of Revelations into something that was not worth rerolling, and then we'll finally head on down after going, I don't know, having a chance of getting to boss rush to probably not, but we'll see. Thank you, everybody, for liking the short, by the way. I was unfamiliar with the color trend meme until Alex pointed that out. And he did a great job, as always. Oh. It's an even bigger waste of time because we can't reach that full charge, so who's the idiot now? All right. We've absolutely thrown away any chance of getting boss rush here, unless we get lucky with the next map. There was no soul heart, or no full charge in there. But we have money equals power, so let's see. There's our full card, which we should probably go get instead of just leaving it there. Now, I know it looks like we have homing tiers, but we don't. That's the charm shot that we're getting from the eyeshadow, Mom's eyeshadow. The weird path you took there, Purgatory. You could have just gone like right here, but opting to go all the way across the world just to hit that. It's I guess Purgatory just want to travel. We are going to find the boss room here. We actually need to go back and get a full charge. I was not expecting that. Wow. So we're going to save the full charge for possibly the boss rush or maybe the devil deal, but we need to get some combat here. Just one room is all we need. A PH Dizzle, absolutely will take that, as we need some stats here, and we do not need telepills. But I'll take a Yave. We do have plenty of time, so I don't mind doing this here. We get a Hermit card. That's even better than a Fool card, because we haven't been to the shop yet, and that's going to help us out, because after boss rush, we can go into the shop for free, for Frizzle. And we can also min-max our HP, our money with our HP and hypercoagulation on that Temperance machine. I'm hoping that we get flying somewhere so we can not have to worry about being interfered with the spikes. We get Blue Mom, which was traditionally the longest mom to fight, but we still are way ahead of the timer here. On the Super Bowl Sunday, who you got? Who you got? You gotta let me know. Even if you don't watch American football, or you're not into it, you gotta tell me. Patriots or Seahawks? I have personally wagered on the Patriots. I think the Patriots will win. I think that here's the thing that bothers me about the Seahawks is that it's not Sam Darnold, because I do think that Sam Darnold's okay as a quarterback. I don't think he's great. I think he's overrated, but I think he's an okay quarterback. But the thing that I don't like about the Seahawks is, did we get a devil deal? We didn't get a devil deal. The thing that I don't like about the Seahawks is the fact that they only have really one offensive weapon in JSN. Jackson Smith and Jigba. They do have Cooper Kupp, of course, and Cooper Kupp's always a great receiver, but the thing about one-dimensional offenses is that they can be shut down by injury, they can be shut down by double coverage. There's no doubt that JSN is an incredible receiver, but I don't like the reliance on one singular player, especially when you're going up against a defense like the Patriots. And the Patriots don't have an incredible defense, but they do have a Chaos card. That's not where I've shot you, buddy. The Patriots don't have an incredible defense, but neither does Seattle. I mean, Seattle does. They're number one. I guess it's unfair to say that they don't. They do have a good defense, but it's not, in my mind, it's not an overly dominant. Like their defense this year is not up there with the all-time greats in my mind. Like the Bucs defense, the Ravens defense, the Philly defense. And I'm talking about from yesteryear. I'm not talking about this year in particular, because the Buccaneers defense was awful this year. In a movement speed upgrade, I will happily take that. We have this Hangman card now. We can go play this Temperance machine. And this is exactly what we wanted here, to recover our HP. Hypercoagulation while still getting a lot of money. We've seen this play before, and except this time I don't have the opportunity to mess up the infinite combo there. Luckily, me screwing that up did not have a real impact on that run, because we were already really powerful. But it was embarrassing a little bit. Isaac Guru Sinvicta. I don't think anyone's ever called me Isaac Guru, and please don't. Definitely do not consider myself a guru of anything, really. A guru of metal, maybe. I impressed people on the Twitch stream by doing a Metallica quiz, which was basically listen to 6 seconds of a song and identify the Metallica song, which I got everything but Atlas Rise because I didn't listen enough to Hardwired to hear 6 seconds of that. Now, I do love Hardwired, don't get me wrong. Hardwired is Self-Destruct by Metallica. But it's not an album that I listen to all the way through obsessively, because the best song, my favorite song of all time, is on there, and also the best Metallica song is on there. That's the only song I really, truly listen to a lot of, which is Spit Out the Bone. It is a complete song. Okay, I don't really know what I'm looking for here, but I was hoping we're gonna get, I don't know, something. Damage is looking okay now, 10.94 after the play with Money Equals Power. We got a little bit of tears up. We need more help. We need some more help than just the tier. How did that hit that wall? I mean, I'll take it, but I can't believe it hit there. This is a solid overall run right now, and maxing out Money Equals Power is going to help out a lot. Now, Money Equals Power is one of those items that I considered evergreen. It's always going to be good. It's never, ever, ever going to be a downside. And you're not limited to, you know, we think about how many runs you end up in Isaac with unlimited money, right? There's no more shops after Depths 2, so there's no reason to hold on to the money. I mean, yeah, you could play a Judgment every now and then. You could play a 3 Skull Monty if you needed some stuff, but overall you really don't need money for most of this game. Now, shops of course are an integral part of the game, but they are useless after halfway through, once you get to the second half of your run. So being able to benefit from that is nice. Helps out a lot. We had a big birthday dinner, big fancy birthday dinner for girlfriend Victa, and went to a nice restaurant. Had a great steak. But we got on the conversation. There's I don't know how many people will overlap with this, but I like to buy into sport card breaks a lot, and my favorite company that I go with, and the only company I go with, is Layton Sports Cards. So I'm friends with all of them. And one day they had nothing on the TV, and they, unbeknownst to me, by the way, they pulled up my stream, and it couldn't have been more hilarious timing for them, because I didn't know that they were tuning in. Obviously, I was just streaming, and it was one of the rare, super rare times where I ate on camera. And so they were ripping me for how I was holding my fork when I was cutting my steak, or I ordered Texas barbecue, and they were ripping on me for how I was holding the fork, because I hold it like a Neanderthal. I hold it in my left hand, but I do a full clench grip. And so I had to explain myself. I said, and trust me, this relates to the dinner as well. So I had to explain myself. I said, look, I like to have control of the fork whenever I'm cutting. And I know the proper way to do it, but it's weird to me, because in order for me to eat with my left hand, I have to like rotate the fork and take the bite, and it's awkward for my wrist. It feels weird. So, but with the Neanderthal grip, I can just simply do the full grip around the fork, and then eat it properly how I use the grip in my right hand, because I'm right-handed. So it makes sense to me, you know. And ironically, there's another guy at Layton named Jake. He does the exact same thing. So Jake was losing it, and he was celebrating. He was like, oh, Sin holds the fork like I do. But Kyle and Mandy were both those are two other breakers for Layton. They were ripping me because I looked like a big kid doing it, which I can see how that would look like to someone, but it makes sense to me. That's what's comfortable to me. So we were talking about this at dinner, and I asked her. I said, you know, does this look weird? Because it's not something I've ever brought up before with her. And she said, yeah, you look like a Neanderthal. So I spent the rest of the dinner eating with a normal grip on the fork, Like you the one where you press down on the back of the fork, you know, and I mean the formal way, and I hated it. And before she sighs her head in disappointment, because Mama Victa sometimes watches these videos, it's not that I wasn't classically trained on etiquette and proper technique for dining. I know the proper way to do it, but I'd rather do the comfortable way. That was a great charm shot right there. We were about to get tuned up by that retaliatory shot. Okay, well the game got us back anyway. So I was a little bit paranoid about the child's grip, but where's all my Neanderthal grippers out there? Sound off. Don't be embarrassed. There's dozens of us out in the world there. I need all my Neanderthal grip brother and sisters out there to step up. It's our time to shine. It's just turning the act of turning the fork over and using it upside down is awkward to me. I'd rather just hold the meat in place or whatever I'm cutting in place, and it's not going to go anywhere. Like, you can still do that the formal way, but it's just so weird to me. I don't know. Having the palate of an 8-year-old also probably doesn't help my look. Hey, I ate a salad. I love the Caesar salads. All right. Sometimes I'll even get crazy and order a house salad. Right? I'm not allergic to greens. I just don't prefer to eat them. Like this place that we went to, they put, for some reason, I've never seen this before, but they put capers in their Caesar salad, and I hate capers. And we took Mama Victa there a couple weeks ago for her birthday, and I forgot to ask them not to do the capers thing because it's so weird to me that I just don't even register it. I forgot that this place puts capers in their Caesar salad, and that's how you know it's fancy. But I mean, I'm like overly herby stuff and overly seasoned, and I don't have a fancy palate, you know. I like good food. Don't get me wrong, your boy loves him some good food. And usually classy places are the portions are bad and they're way overpriced for what they are. And so I really don't like going ultra fancy. This place was not ultra fancy, but it's a step above chain restaurants. It's a step above like Fogo and stuff. Very, very awesome restaurant. And they make a great steak. Good sides, good portions on everything. Just good. We did get a double deal here, which is surprising. And did we though? I mean, yeah, we could take Bloody Lust, but our damage is good enough. Yeah. So the whole reason why I'm going Shoal is not because I want to do Victory Lap, but because we have Wicked Crown. And we can actually drop it now. We've already spawned on the floor. The Wicked Crown gives us an extra shot to have a shop and also have an item room. And with the D6, the value is there. That's ridiculous. I saw the animation of it shooting, and then it turned on a dime to make sure that it hit us. I watched that, and they're not supposed to do that. Source, trust me, bro. We got 2 days to Mugenics, everybody. I'm super excited. If Mugenics ends up not working out on the main channel, it will be on the gaming channel. So if you're not already subscribed to the gaming channel, check the link down below, or just search for Sinvicta Gaming and you'll find it on there. The gaming channel actually has been doing extremely well. with me putting more content out on there. Even though it's been about a week since I put the last ball pit up there. This week was just super busy with a lot of things, and focusing all of my energy on improving the main channel and running through the numbers and stuff with Husky has been awesome. There are not too many people in this world that I would credit me even doing this, but Husky is the person who convinced me that I should try this out. He liked my editing, he liked my voice, and I just gave it a go. I was like, on a whim, I was like, sure. I wasn't planning on it. I was just making silly World of Warcraft PvP videos. They weren't silly. I mean, they were awesome. I mean, people who've seen the Word of Law, you know. That's where the name Lauder comes from. It's from my warrior. And here we are, 12 years later. Actually, no, it's 14 years later. 15 years almost. It's been quite the journey, everybody. Never in a million years did I think that this would be my career, but I never knew what I wanted to do. Ugh. I was always unsure of what I was meant to do in this world. And I don't know if I was meant to be a YouTuber or not, but it's felt right. A little bit late for deep pockets, but we'll take it anyway. Gotta get our nickel back. Nope. What are you? Devil card. We can use that against Stanley, which I will inevitably forget and get mad about it. Okay. Well, it was the thought that counted. Actually, I am probably going to forget the Emperor card. It was the thought that counted, game. So at the end of the day, the Wicked Crown didn't really do much. We got deep pockets. That's great, right? For Mighty Eagles Power it is, but for everything else, it's going to be too little too late for this run. Whoa, I was not expecting that shot or that shot. Stanley getting a little tricksy there. I don't like when the feet are charmed because they get super unpredictable. Yeah, that was a weird fight there, Stan. And if you made it this far, that means you must be enjoying what you see. So if you haven't already, if you want to do me a favor, then click the like button. That is the best way to support my channel. The algorithm is kind of wonky these days, and certainly your support means everything. And I'd appreciate it. It helps out a lot. And we had ourselves a good run. We get the pact at the very end there, which, again, a little too late, but I think that, you know, with our DPS here, and Tech Point 5 was really a key part of this. I cannot believe we dodged that. Somehow we sidestepped all of those shots, and I don't know how, but Purgatory doing work. I know that we had a Purgatory detonation in there, but that was amazing. I will never be able to do that again. I need to watch that one in slow-mo, man, because there's no way we should have dodged that at all. We can use Purgatory to cancel out all of the Lamb's shots, but you can't stop him from doing that. So we will take it. Good run here. Good run. And again, if you made it this far and you enjoyed what you saw, then please consider clicking that like button. It helps out a great deal. And here's your meme of the day / artwork of the day, brought to you by Jens, who said the title of the thread was Uncle Holy Water. And in the thread, he said, "Now it can't be unseen." I was not going for an Uncle Rogers thing. It was more of a you know, nephew type deal. But now I guess Uncle Holy Water is now Uncle Roger. Indeed. Thank you very much, Jens, and everyone who upvotes that one on the Sinvicta subreddit. Check them out. Also, check out the Discord if you're not already. If you're a paid membership, you can hit the join button down below. That one also goes towards supporting my entire channel. And thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And as always, I'll see you all next time. Until then, that picture. So long, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. I'd like to thank some patrons of mine like Dummy Boy, Newborn God, Medic Wolf, Alex Fran, and Campbell McLaurin. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of tonight's episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find at patreon.com/Invicta.